We haven't seen too much from the WarLock Tiles line in a while, but one of the last sets they released was a pretty fun one, the Spelunker's Docks. It includes boardwalks, piers, a rowboat with removable seats if you want to fit more minis in, a 6-person barrel raft, and some set dressing and accessories. It's a great way to build out a really interesting encounter along a shoreline. So with thanks to WizKids for sending it our way, let's check out the Spelunker's Docks. Enhance and improve your 5e games today with Hit Point Press. Explore the whimsical dark carnival setting of Hecna. Will you see through the glitzy charade or fall prey to Hecna's everlasting torment? Or enhance your 5e games with animated spell, condition, and townsfolk cards. Add a slew of creative and gorgeously illustrated magical items with the Griffin Saddlebag. And meet 25 fully realized villains or become the big bad yourself. Big Bad's Most Wanted is on Kickstarter. Learn more today at Hit Point Press by using our link in the corner or down below. Inside the box, we have two 2x3-inch rafts, three 3-inch short piers, one almost 4-inch pier, and one 4.5-inch long pier, one 5-inch rowboat with 2 paddles and 3 removable benches, 3 wooden fishing traps, 3 metal fishing traps, and 3 coils of rope. Here are the little rafts, which may be my favorite thing in the whole set. Someone cut some barrels in half, roped up some wooden planks, and MacGyvered up pretty much a functional raft. They make fantastic, crude, but functional set dressing for your river scenes. Maybe they're used to transport materials or animals across the water, or maybe they were used by the shipwrecked NPCs that you're looking for. Next up we have our series of piers, nicely sculpted and painted to look rustic. You can arrange them in any number of ways to fit your terrain or your battle map, which is really nice. And they have this little feature that I wouldn't have expected. The longer docks have removable pylons. In case you want to slide some terrain or something underneath of them, you'll still have it sit flat on your table. And the piers are still quite stable with the missing legs too. It's a nice little attention to detail. We also get some set dressing in our wooden and metal fishing traps and some coils of rope. These are useful for all sorts of builds. You can use them as land-based traps for small animals, or perhaps the den of brigands in the forest has a room stacked up with them. These are ones that I would keep handy to fill out a lot of my builds. Finally, we have our rowboat, which is another nice little feature. The little benches are removable, so you can fit the minis inside with their bases. Here you can see me clumsily fiddling around with them while trying to show you. The boat can comfortably hold 3 medium minis, though you might be able to fit in a 4th if you're creative with your base stacking. If you don't have a mini rowboat, they're great to have for some interesting combat and exploration encounters. Because I had it handy, here's a comparison between the rowboat here and one from Dwarven Forge called the Bayou Barge. The Dwarven Forge one has some modularity to it and that functional lantern in the front. The painted version of the Bayou Barge is $92, and the unpainted one is $55, so much more expensive as you might expect, but I have it linked down below if you're interested. So yeah, I quite like this little set. You can use these docks pretty often. They can also serve as little bridges over ravines or swampy waters. The rafts are just great, and I'm surprised we got 2 of them in the set. The set dressing with the ropes and the traps is nice as well for giving your builds a little bit of variety and a lived-in feel. Having those removable legs on the pier should allow you some more flexibility in your builds, which is really nice. And having a rowboat for your party is really helpful, though I wish it held 4 instead of 3 minis, since most adventuring parties out there have about 4 players, I expect. Do be careful not to lose your little rowboat benches and your removable pylons, though. Those pieces are pretty small. Here's hoping we'll see a resurgence of terrain and minis over the course of the year if tariffs and shipping costs start coming down. WarLock Tiles Spelunker's Docks is still available for between $40 and $50. Let me know what you think about it in the comments section down below. The last thing I heard from the WarLock Tiles series was an announcement about 2 expansion packs, Dungeon upper levels and Town and Village upper levels, which focused on building vertically with things like balconies. They were scheduled to be released in May 2025, but were later canceled. There have been fewer releases from WizKids in the last couple of months, I'm guessing due to higher prices from tariffs and other high shipping costs. But with things changing rapidly in that sphere right now, maybe we'll start to see more from WizKids later this year. What sort of WarLock tiles would you like to see? If you're looking for some new villains to liven up your campaigns, check out the Big Bad's Most Wanted book launching on Kickstarter later this week. It features more than 25 new Big Bads with a ton of backstory just ready to weave into your campaigns. You can see my review of the first big book of Big Bads up there in the corner right now. You can check out the campaign using the link in the doohickey down below. It's a really great resource for your gaming shelf. And that's it for me today. For now, please stay safe, have fun, love each other, and I'll see you next time at the Gallant Gauntlet.